Very good morning, students. Today, let us start the new topic of the same unit, Z-bus formation. So far, what we did is forming Y-bus with various methods, particularly direct inspection method, step-by-step method, and singular and non-singular transformations. A non-singular transformation, as I said, it is out of scope for us. Remaining all three methods, that is singular transformation A transpose YA, which yields Y bus, and we solved many such problems. The next stage of our chapter is forming Z bus. All these Z bus or Y bus, why we are constructing or why we are doing it? It is for various assessments or various purposes, like suppose if you take up line flows or load flow analysis, where we will be in use of Y bus. Y bus is more used in load flow analysis. And then Z bus, it is particularly very useful in fault analysis. Okay, so normally for fault calculations, fault current calculations, etc., Z bus is directly used. Y bus, it is for load flows and all. And whatever said and done, we must be able to form Y bus and Z bus whenever they are in need. Y bus already completed. Now we are going through Z bus. Z bus, you just see Y bus is V bus into I bus, the fundamental equation. And from this, if you pre-multiply each term with Y bus inverse, this becomes Y bus inverse product Y bus, which is 1. So V bus is Y bus product I bus, Y bus inverse product I bus, or V bus, which is Y bus inverse multiplied by I bus, which means this Y bus inverse, as all of you know, it is Z bus. So V bus is Z bus into I bus. So here, why I am particularly doing this is, you should never use this as a normal multiplication. You cannot say from this equation V bus is I bus into Y bus inverse, which is absolutely wrong, because you must also see the matching of matrices or the dimensions. That's why when we multiply, we should be very clear whether it is to be pre-multiplied or post-multiplied. Here you are pre-multiplying both sides with Y bus inverse, so that Y bus inverse product Y bus, which is 1, and hence V bus is pre-multiply here also with Y bus inverse. So Y bus inverse into I bus, so that finally you can say V bus is Z bus into I bus. Now if you see, V bus is a column matrix. Likewise, I bus is a column matrix. Suppose if you consider a 4 bus system, V bus is 4 by 1. Is it not? 4 rows and 1 column. What is Z bus? Z bus is 4 by 4. And I bus is 4 by 1. So that this 4 by 4 into 4 by 1, which is 4 by 1, is the result. If you do this, or if you try to do this in the other way, that means I bus into Z bus, which is not valid. You cannot multiply 4 by 1 with 4 by 4, is it not? For any multiplication, the column of the first matrix size, it must match with rows of second matrix. That is this. Okay. So that's why very be clear with this concept when we deal with matrices. Don't think that these are normal variables. They are matrices. So dimension matching must be there. So you should write only like this: V bus equal to Z bus into I bus, not I bus into Z bus. Okay. Right. So Y bus and Z bus, they are reciprocals to each other. Reciprocal in the sense matrix inversion. Z bus inverse equal to Y bus, or Y bus inverse is Z bus. Okay. Now, how to get this Z bus? how to construct direct Z bus, you cannot form like Y bus. That is why Y bus is very easy to construct. Z bus is complicated. And also the other properties like sparsity I mentioned. What is sparsity? Sparsity is having more number of elements, zeros. So Y bus is more sparse. That means in Y bus in general, if you take a 16 bus system or 33 bus system and so on and so forth, elements of Y bus, they are very limited. Maybe 5 to 10% only you get. Remaining all will be zeros. Whereas in Z bus, all zero entries of Y bus, they become non-zero entries. So Z bus is always full. You can see more number of elements in Z bus which are non-zeros. Whereas in Y bus, it is in contradictory to Z bus. That's why Y bus, constructing Y bus is easy, data filling is easy, and also doing mathematical simplifications or manipulating Y bus is easy rather than Z bus. But however, Z bus plays its importance, as I said, particularly in fault calculations. Okay, right. This Z bus formation, it is one way is construct Y bus, because Y bus construction is easy. Take its inverse. So Y bus inverse, that yields Z bus. That is one way of doing. But all the time it may not be again possible. Up to small sizes like 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, up to that it is possible to take inverse of Y bus. Whereas if the matrix dimensions are more, taking inverse is again a troublesome feature. So it is useful for smaller sized problems or smaller sized systems. The second one, it is step by step modification method. It is not directly we get step by step method as we did in case of Y bus, but it is step by step modification method. Okay. So one method is taking Y bus, form Y bus, take its inverse, thereby you can get Z bus. If Y bus is n by n, Z bus is also n by n. Both are square matrices. Okay. And second method, step by step modification method. And for this step by step modification method, what we are doing here, it is dealing with the 4 cases. That means we will be constructing the network, adding one by one the elements, and when we add each element or each branch of the power system, you need to modify that existing Y bus, Z bus, existing Z bus. So let us see, suppose Z original is original Z bus matrix of an n bus system. So let us consider an n bus system. Okay, and for that n bus system, Y bus will be n by n. Similarly, you get Z bus, which is again n by n, and to start with, let us say that the Z original, that is Z bus original for the system, is of n by n dimension. Now for that original Z bus or original system, if a particular element means a branch, okay, a branch of ZB, Z suffix B, impedance of that branch ZB, if added, then we need to modify the original Z bus matrix, okay, which means you need to form new Z bus matrix with added ZB. Okay, so the original Z bus needs to be modified. Then the branch impedance ZB can be added to the original system in 4 ways. So when we simply say adding Z bus, where you are adding? Is it between reference to existing bus, or between 2 existing buses, or between a new bus to original bus? Something like that. So you get many options or many combinations. So the possible combinations, they are, you see, case A, adding ZB from new bus to reference bus. So here new bus, we always use P. P refers to new bus, and reference bus, which means it is 0. Okay, ground bus or reference bus is 0. P is always to refer new bus. So first case, case A is adding ZB having impedance ZB from new bus P to reference bus 0. This is one combination. Next combination, adding ZB, same branch impedance, from new bus P, that is same as the above, new bus P, to the existing bus. That means this existing bus means already old bus within the system, that is Q. So Q always we refer for existing bus. P is new bus, Q is existing bus, 0 is the reference bus. That is second case. Third case, adding ZB from existing bus Q to reference bus 0. So Q is already within the system, from that existing bus to reference bus. This is another combination. Then finally fourth combination, adding ZB between two existing buses. So within the system already might be there two buses. Between those two buses, if ZB is to be added, that is fourth case, adding ZB between two existing buses H and Q. So Q is existing bus. Similarly, H is existing bus. P is new bus. 0 is reference bus. Okay. So these are the four combinations you can expect. You cannot get anything more than this. So you are adding a branch means you can add that branch between two existing buses. That is case 4. You can add that ZB between existing bus to reference. That existing bus to reference means this case C. Then adding ZB between new bus to reference. That is case A. Existing bus to reference. Case C. Okay. Between two buses, existing buses, case D. And what is case B? From new bus to existing bus. From new bus P to existing bus Q. So these are the four cases you can observe if you want a particular branch, particular line having branch impedance ZB. So you must be very, very clear with all these four combinations, because when you are doing something, you should identify what that modification, which category it belongs to. Is it case A or case B or case C or case D? And for each case, there is a set procedure. You should strictly follow that procedure. Okay, I can give you case after the case what to do and how the existing matrix or original matrix is to be modified, how to get Z bus new for each case. Okay, so these four cases you should by heart rather. Okay, so what is case A, case B, case C and case D. Now you can get more clarification here. You see, this is a rectangular box which is an n bus system, let us say. So it is the given system or existing system of n bus existing system, which means it will be having its own reference, and likewise it will be having its own buses. So buses 1, 2, 3, 4 etc. and Q is existing bus and also H is existing bus. Okay, as we are referring, Q is one existing bus. Similarly, H is another existing bus. So Q is existing, H is existing. Don't think that it is having only two buses and reference. It might be having many more, 1, 2, 3, 4, so and so, Q and also H. Okay. So this is an n bus system in which we are referring some Q which is existing bus, H existing bus and also reference. So total number of buses here, they are 0 bus and then remaining n buses. And outside bus, this is new bus which is P. This is outside. This is existing system and P is outside. Now let us see the first case, case A, adding ZB from new bus to reference bus, which means you are adding ZB like this. Adding ZB from new bus to reference. This is new bus. This is, sorry, reference bus. Okay. Where is reference? Reference is this. Okay, that is first case. Adding ZB from new bus P to reference bus. So you need to visualize what you are doing. Okay, first case is this. You draw figure corresponding to case A this. Then what is case B? Adding ZB from new bus to existing bus. So new bus is this, existing bus. So for second case, you draw the figure. So please mark that. So first that is case A. Now case B. Case B is this. Adding ZB between existing bus and new bus. New bus P to existing bus Q. This is case B. Then what is case C? Case C is adding ZB from existing bus Q to reference bus. Existing bus to reference bus. So this is existing bus and you are adding ZB between existing bus and reference. This is ZB. Okay. Third case, case C. Adding ZB from existing bus Q to reference. That is third. Then fourth, adding ZB between two existing buses H and Q. So now case D, it is adding ZB between two existing buses. So this is ZB. Okay, adding ZB between two existing buses. Case D, fourth case or case D. So these are the four corresponding cases. If a particular element, if a particular branch having impedance ZB, if it is to be added to the system of n bus, then four cases, four options you can assume. So those four cases you can represent through diagrams. Okay. Right, as I said, these four cases you should keep in mind. And whenever a particular branch is added, it may be one of these four cases. So whatever case that is, that respective modification you need to apply blindly. I can give you four combinations or four modifications corresponding to each case. Okay. I hope it is clear to all of you. It is not as easy as we are forming Y bus. But even though it is complicated, the procedure if you follow rigidly for each case, it is once you understand and practice, it is quite simple. Okay. Right, case A, adding ZB from new bus P to reference. So first case, you are adding ZB from new bus to reference. So further the diagram is, this is n bus system, new bus is P, and then reference. We are adding ZB. That is the case. Okay. And for this, how to obtain new Z bus? Okay. Z bus new is, so please observe here, suppose this is not added, then the original system or old system is n bus system. What is the size of this? Size of Z bus? It is n by n. Now you are adding a new bus. So the size of Z bus new, it will be n plus 1 by n plus 1. The dimension increases, is it not? Because of added new bus. With existing n buses, it is n by n. But you are adding ZB between a new bus which is coming into picture, which is coming and getting added to the system. So new Z bus becomes n plus 1 by n plus 1. Dimension increases by 1 because you are adding one new bus. Okay. Then you see, this is Z bus original. So Z bus original will be as it is, and then you are adding this P extra bus. So you get one column and one row extra. Those extra column and row values, anyway you can follow symmetry. So whatever you are adding here, they appear because Z bus is symmetry. Zij is Zzi. Okay. And at the same time, you get here a diagonal. So simply, as I said, the procedure here is you need to add an additional row and a column, and whenever it is adding ZB from new bus P to reference, you just keep zeros. And this is just ZB. The procedure is very, very simple. Okay. So it is n by n. So you will be getting 1, 2, 3 and so on and so forth. N. Is it not? N bus system. Here also 1, 2, 3, etc. N. So old Z bus is n by n dimension. You are raising its dimension by 1. So that Z bus new, it must be n plus 1 by n plus 1. So what is that new row and column? They are all simply zeros except this diagonal. The diagonal is to be substituted with ZB. ZB if it is A plus JB something, then you write here A plus JB. Or ZB if it is only, let us say 5 ohms, you write here 5 ohms. Okay. So the first case, case A, it is very, very simple. You take Z bus original as it is, add a column and a row with all zeros except diagonal. Diagonal value is ZB. Okay. So what is this element? Z n plus 1 n plus 1. Is it not? What is this element? Znn. Is it not? This is Zn plus 1 n plus 1. This is ZB. remaining all zeros. What is this first one? Z1 n plus 1. What is second? Z2, because Z21, Z22, Z23 and so on and so forth, Z2n, and this is Z2n plus 1. These are all zeros. Okay, so you need not you just keep in mind the structure. When ZB is added between new bus to reference, add a column and a row with all zeros, and diagonal is ZB. This ZB means it is Zn plus 1 n plus 1. The term it is Zn plus 1 Zn plus 1. That itself is Z bus new. I hope it is clear. For case A, adding ZB between new bus to reference, add one column and row with all zeros and ZB as diagonal. Suppose it is a 4 by 4 existing bus system, 4 by 4. Then new bus will be, new Z bus will be 5 by 5. And this is for P. These are all zeros. So all 4 will be zeros and this is ZB. That's all. Remaining it you retain as it is. This is Z bus old. Okay. New row and new column are to be added. Then second case, case B. What is case B? Adding ZB from new bus P to existing bus Q. Old or existing bus. So what is the diagram? This is your existing n bus system. Reference. We are adding ZB from new bus. This is new bus P, old bus. This is your Q. And you are adding ZB. Okay, you can even draw here because the space is small. I want to do it in a vertical manner. So you are adding ZB from new bus P to old bus Q. This is case B. So when you refer case B means it is always from adding from new bus to existing bus. Adding ZB between new bus to existing bus. Then how to modify this? So here again we are getting an additional bus into the system. So the new bus becomes again n plus 1 by n plus 1 as before. The dimension is to be increased. Then what are these values? So definitely you need to increase a row and a column. Row and column, they are because symmetry, you can follow the method of symmetry and how to fill up the other values. It is this Q is already there in the system, P is the new. Okay, so you are adding between P and Q. So somewhere you will be getting that P row corresponding to P. Okay, and for convenient I am keeping at the end. P is already there in the original system or existing system. All these column you transfer here. Similarly here, or Whatever you are writing here, you can transform onto this row. So what we are doing, this pth row values are to be just transferred to the, sorry, here it is existing is q, sorry, not p. So q is existing bus. So all qth rows elements you transform to the new pth row. Okay. And once these are there, same values you can copy here, or from qth row you transfer this. Both are same. Okay. And then what is this? Zn plus 1 n plus 1, that is diagonal. The diagonal is zqq plus zb. Okay. So z n plus 1 n plus 1 is zqq plus zb. Zb is the branch impedance, new branch impedance. And what is zqq? Zqq is the qth row, qth column element. Somewhere here it will be, is it not? So that zqq value plus zb, that is the diagonal zpp. Is it not? This zn plus 1 n plus 1 means it is zpp. Pth row, pth column. Okay. Is the procedure clear? Okay. So the procedure is, if it is for example 4 by 4 system, existing system, you are adding a new bus. So z bus new is going to be 5 by 5, n plus 1 by n plus 1. So original system you retain as it is 4 by 4, and corresponding to p bus you need to add p row and a column. The entries, they are corresponding to where you are adding, that is q. That qth row and qth column entries you copy as it is. Okay, this qth column you copy here, qth row you copy here, and then the diagonal, which is zb plus zqq, that is the diagonal entry. So earlier these are all zeros and this is zb only. Okay, if it is between new bus to reference. This is case B, adding zb from new bus to existing bus or old bus. Then you copy where you are adding, for qth bus you are adding, so q entries you copy, and then this is zb plus zqq. Okay. I hope it is clear. Suppose you are adding between third bus and this might be some fifth bus. So 3, 4 might be already there in the system. Reference is this. You are adding between 5 to 3, let us say, ZB. What is the procedure says? This 4 by 4 system as it is you retain. This is 4 by 4. Okay. That 4 by 4 Z bus old, it remains as it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you are adding between 5, which is new bus, to the existing third bus. That is very, very important. So this is your Q and this is your P. So you are getting extra corresponding to P, that means fifth bus. here also fifth. Then the modification suggests you copy corresponding to Q, that means corresponding to this third, not fourth. Okay. What is Q? Q is 3. So third bus values you transfer. ఇవన్నీ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసాయి. Okay. Similarly here. Suppose you are adding between 5 and 4, then fourth bus values. So where you are adding, what is Q? Q here is 3. If Q is 4, fourth column is to be shifted here. Fourth column values are to be copied here. Okay. Then the diagonal. This is your new bus. The diagonal is this, which is ZQQ. That means Z33. That is this. Z33 plus ZB. That is this. Okay. This is second case. Then third, case C. What is case C? Adding ZB from existing bus to reference. Existing bus is Q or old bus to reference. We are adding ZB between existing bus to reference. This is N bus system. Okay. So you are not adding anything extra. No new bus is coming. Within the system, existing bus to reference you are adding. So the dimension n by n is not going to be raised. The system size, system dimension is going to be n by n only, because no additional buses are coming. If you are adding any new bus, then the dimension is to be increased. Now you are not adding any new bus, it is only adding a branch impedance between existing bus to reference. So size remains same. Size remains same. Only thing is the Z bus original, ZORIZ original is to be modified to Z bus new. So what is the Z bus new is, this Z bus old, it remains as it is, and temporarily you add a column and a row. Those values, so please try to follow the procedure. This is Z bus original. Okay. But finally the size is to be only n by n only. But you follow what exactly is to be modified, and then you try to understand. So what the method or procedure suggests is, it is similar to case B. Okay, similar to case B. That means temporarily we assume it is going to be n plus 1 by n plus 1, but the dimension again to be reduced by 1. You follow the same procedure as we did for case B, but finally the Z bus, which is n plus 1 by n plus 1, is to be reduced to n by n. That is called bus elimination method, and that bus elimination method requires changing of all elements of the existing system. That means if it is a 4 by 4 system, that means 16 elements you will be getting. All 16 elements need modification in this case. Okay, the formula I will be giving, you please copy that. ZJK new. Each element is to be modified using this. ZJK new is ZJK old minus ZJN plus 1 product Zn plus 1 k divided by Zn plus 1 Zn plus 1 Zn plus 1 n plus 1. So with this update all elements. Okay, so suppose Z11 is to be modified, J is 1, K is 1. So Z11 new is Z11 old minus Z1n plus 1. Likewise Zn plus 1 K, whatever it is, K is also 1. So Zn plus 1 1 divided by Zn plus 1 n plus 1, that is to be used. This is the formula which is to be used for modifying all elements. You need to modify Z11, Z12, Z13, Z14 and so on and so forth. Suppose if you want to modify Z13, J is 1, K is 3. So Z13 new is Z13 old, already existing value, minus Z1, suppose it is 4 by 4 system. This temporarily it becomes 5, n plus 1 is 5. So Z15 product Z51, both are same of course, divided by Z55. So what is Z55? You follow the same procedure, Z bus new, you form like case B. Okay, so like case B you form everything. You are temporarily getting 5 by 5, and that 5 by 5 is to be reduced to 4 by 4. And for doing that reduction, which is called node elimination technique, that means you are reducing one column and one row. For reducing that, for decreasing the size of the Z bus, you need to use this formula. Update all elements using this. Okay. So this is anyway, it appears to be somewhat confusing, but once you start using, it is very, very simple. Okay. So this is third, adding ZB from new bus P to old bus Q. So always whenever there is a reduction, that means existing n by n system, and you are adding ZB between existing bus to reference. So size is not to be changed, but temporarily what you are doing is you apply the same method what we did for case B, which means you are raising the dimension to n plus 1 by n plus 1 and again reduce it. That reduction requires this modification. Each element is to be updated, each element is to be modified, each element is to be changed. For changing that, use this formula. Okay, that is case C. Then case D. Last case. Case D. Adding ZB between two existing buses. Existing buses H and Q. Okay. Existing or old, already there in the system. So you just imagine this. It's an N bus system. This of course is reference. This is bus H, bus Q. We are adding now ZB here. That is the system. Okay. Now Z bus new is, so here also you can observe you are not adding new buses, so dimension of the system is not going to be changed. It is going to be ultimately n by n only. Okay, but here also the procedure, that is, this is your Z bus original. Okay, then the temporarily we will be again adding a column and a row. The column values are elements of the column, we are adding between H and Q. Okay, H and Q may be somewhere here. We are having 1, 2, 3 and so on and so forth. So H may be an existing bus, likewise Q is also another existing bus. So between H and Q are adding. So this temporary column, it is, suppose you take first row, Z1H minus Z1Q is that corresponding new element. What is second element? Z2H minus Z2Q. Okay, this is first row, second row. So here extra column what we are writing, it is Z1H, that means this, minus this Z1Q. Similarly second row, Z2H minus Z2Q. Likewise you can fill up it. And once they are there, you can transfer, is it not, out of symmetry. This you can write here, here and so on and so forth. And this value, which is the diagonal, it is Zn plus 1, n plus 1, this is Zb plus ZHH plus ZQQ minus 2ZHQ. So this is the formula to be used, this one. Zn plus 1, n plus 1, it is Zb, this value, plus ZHH, somewhere you will be getting here, ZHH, plus ZQQ, the QQ value, minus 2ZHQ, 2ZHQ, 2 times ZHQ, HQ, this HQ corresponding or QH. Okay, these values you need to extract from the old or original Z bus. and remaining it is as usual you are adding a column and a row temporarily, and you write these values which are h minus q. Okay, what you are doing is h column minus q column you are writing here. So h minus q, this is also same, h minus q, and this entry diagonal it is zb plus zhh plus zqq minus 2zhq. That means you are temporarily forming n plus 1 by n plus 1, but dimension it not accepts. The dimension should not increase, it is to be n by n. So what is to be done? You reduce this using node elimination method, as I said. Use the same formula as we use for case C, and then modify each and every element. Okay. So what is that formula? Formula is zjk nu is zjk volt minus zj n plus 1 zn plus 1 k divided by zn plus 1 n plus 1. So make use of it, reduce, use node elimination. Reduce it back to n by n. Okay. So these four meticulous procedures you need to keep in mind, and you should be able to identify adding of that zb belongs to which case, and apply that method, apply that procedure whatever is given. If it is case A, what to be done? If it is case B, how to modify? Case C, case D. So accordingly you modify each time and form Z bus. So finally when you add up all these things using the four combinations, you get the complete Z bus modified. Okay. So let us solve a small problem first, a simple problem with real values, not complex values, then go with actual problems later on. So it is a 3-bus system with reference. Reference bus is 0, 1, 2, 3 are the buses. So 3 by 3 is the dimension for Y bus or Z bus you can expect. And the problem, as I said, to understand the procedure, to get acquaintance with the procedure, only resistive element is considered, resistive network is considered, and all these values they are 1 ohm each. So each is 1 ohm. So it is further simple to substitute and calculate everything. So there are 5 elements. Each element, that means ZB here is 1 plus J0. Okay, 1 only. each impedance is 1 ohm. Imaginary terms are not there. Okay, and 1, 2, 3 are the buses, 0 is the reference. Form Z bus. Okay, so how to do that? So first Z bus, it is, let us assume we are adding between 1 and 0. So step 1, add ZB equal to 1 ohm between 1 and 0. What is 1? 1 is new bus. Okay, so between new P to reference. So what is this case? So you need to add all 5 elements one after the other. First I am adding this one. Okay, this one, which is between 1 to reference. So 1 is new. You are starting with new bus to reference. So new bus P to reference. What is this case? This is case A. So what is case A? How do you get Z bus new? Z bus new is, there is no old. So you keep that 1 here. This is 1 by 1. This is ZB. ZB is 1 ohm. This is first. Then step 2. I want to add this element now. Okay. Add ZB equal to 1 ohm between 2 and reference. So what is 2? Existing bus is only 1. Previously this is reference, and what we did is this. Okay. So step 1 is this diagram. For step 2, this is already existing. So existing is this. And new, what you are adding new is this. This is already there. Okay. And you are adding this. So again, what is this case? 2 is new bus. So case again A. Case A, what is the modification? Z bus is Z bus new. It is old Z bus, you retain as it is. That is 1. And you are adding another bus to the system, that is second bus. So you get new column and new row. What are new column values? They are zeros only. And this is ZB. What is ZB? It is 1. That's all. So it is becoming 2 by 2 now. Earlier 1 by 1. Because of the added new bus, it is to be 2 by 2, and procedure what it says is add zeros in the added column and row, accepting this diagonal. Diagonal is ZB, which is 1. Okay. So 1 0 0 1 is the matrix. Then third step. What is third? Step 3. Add, let us add this 3 to reference. Add ZB equal to 1 ohm between 3 and reference. So 3, P is 3. New bus, you are adding new bus. So new bus to reference. So this is also case A only. Okay. So in this, already this is now second bus is old because already added. Okay. And first bus is already there. 1 ohm, 1 ohm. This is reference. Now you are adding this one between third bus. So this is already existing. This is third, which is again 1 ohm. So these two are already there in the system up to this. You are adding third bus to the system. So Z bus new is 1, 2. You are adding third. So this you retain as it is 1 0 0 1. Okay, that is old. Because of the third bus, which is new bus adding or getting added to the system, what you are expected to do? Case A only. Case A suggests fill up all new row and new column with zeros, and this must be ZB. What is ZB? ZB is also 1. Okay, so which is becoming 3 by 3. So case A, case B, step 1, step 2, step 3. What I did is in first step I added a new bus to the reference with 1 ohm. Second step, second bus to reference. Again second bus is new there. Third step again I added third bus which is new to the existing 1 and 2 buses. So third bus to reference 1 ohm. So all these three cases are case A only, which means each time you are adding a new column and a new row with all 0 values, excepting the diagonal. Diagonal is ZB, okay, as suggested by case A. So 3 steps are over. Then fourth step is to add remaining elements one after the other. So 1, 2, this is over, this is over, this is over. These two are to be added. Okay. Step 4. Add ZB equal to 1 ohm between 2 and reference. What is 2? 2 is existing bus. So existing bus and reference. What is this case? Existing bus and reference. Case D, is it not? Existing bus to reference. We are adding ZB between existing bus and reference. 1, 2, 3, all 3 buses, of course reference, they are all existing. We are adding this now between existing bus and reference. Okay, so the diagram is this is not there. Okay. So 1 to 0 added, 2 to 0 added, 3 to 0 added, 1 to 2 you are adding this. So between existing bus and, is it not? 1, 2, 3 are over. You are adding between 2 and 1, not reference. 2 is also existing, 1 is also existing, H and K. So case 4. this is the new element which we are adding between 1 and 2. 1 is already existing, 2 is also existing. So between two existing buses. So two existing buses, case D. So what that case D suggests? So Z bus new is, what is Z bus old? 1, 2, 3. It is 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Am I right? Okay. Now here, what are the values? How to fill up this? We are adding between 1 and 2. So 1 minus 2. What is 1 minus 2? This column minus this column. 1 minus 0. 1. 0 minus 1. Minus 1. 0 minus 0. 0. Okay. So here Q and H, or H and Q, whatever it is. So this minus this. Between 1 and 2 you are adding. So 1 minus 2. So here the values are, transform this. Or you can take this minus this, 1 and 2, this minus this minus this, this minus this. And then what is this value? This is the formula given, is it not? That is Z44, is it not? This is ZB plus Z11 plus Z22 minus 2Z12. Okay. Z44, this value is ZB plus ZHH ZKK, or ZHH ZQQ, is it not? H and Q. So Z11 Z22 minus 2Z12, 2ZHQ, the same formula. What is this? So what is ZB? 1 ohm. Z11 1, Z22 1, minus 2 into Z12, it is 0. So this value is 3. Okay. So final, this one is 3. This is 4 by 4, but what should be the dimension? It should be 3 by 3. So this Z bus again to be reduced using node elimination. That means this column and row are to be reduced. So what is that new Z bus? Means you apply that formula. What is that formula? ZJK new is ZJK old minus ZJ n plus 1 Zn plus 1 K divided by Zn plus 1 n plus 1. This is the formula to be used. Okay. Right. So how many are to be changed now? This is temporarily you increase the size to 4 by 4. But what we want is this is to be reduced to 3 by 3. so that each value, that means Z11, Z12, Z13, Z21, Z22, Z33, Z31, Z32, Z33, all these values are to be modified using this formula. So what is Z11 new? So I am not writing Z11 new is Z11 volt for the first, J is 1, K is 1, Z11 volt minus Z1, what is n plus 1? N is, what is n? 3, is it not? Z13 n is 3, 3 plus 1, Z14, Z41 divided by Z44. Now you substitute everything and see how much you will be getting. So Z11, J and K I am substituting 1, so that this is to be modified. The modified value Z11 new is Z11 volt. Z11 volt is 1 minus Z1441. Z14 is 1 and 41 is also same, is it not? So this is actually 1 minus 2. This is corresponding to fourth bus, fictitious or temporary fourth bus. So Z14 is 1 and this is also 1. So 1 minus 1 into 1 divided by what is Z44? 3. What is that value? 1 minus 1 by 3. 2 by 3. So new value, this is modified. Similarly, go with Z12 new. What is Z12 new? Z12 volt minus Z substitute. Z12, is it not? So Z12 volt minus Z14, J is 1, n plus 1 is 4 only, minus Z4 2 divided by Z44. Okay, Z12 means you get Z1, Z2 in between 4, 4. So this is Z44. So Z12 volt, 12 volt is 0 minus Z14, 14 is 1 into 42, Z42 minus 1 divided by 3, which is 1 by 3. Okay, Z12 is 1 by 3. Similarly, somebody can tell me what is Z13 new. Z13 new is Z13 volt minus Z14, Z43 by Z44. You can substitute that. So once Z12 is there, Z21 is same. Z13 is there, so Z31 is same. You need to calculate only Z22. What is Z22 new? Z22 new is Z22 volt minus Z24, Z42 by Z44. So these values you will try to substitute. Z13 is 0 minus Z14 is 1, Z43 is 0 divided by 3, which is 0. Okay. Next, Z22. Z22 new. What is Z22 old? It is 1 minus Z24 minus 1 into Z42. 42 and 24, they are anyway same, is it not? Into minus 1 divided by 3. 1 minus 1 by 3. 2 by 3. So that is Z22 over. Okay. So likewise you calculate the others. What are required? This is over, this is over, this is over, Z13. Once this is there, this is also there, this is over. This and this. What is Z33 new? Z33 new is Z33 old minus Z34 Z43 divided by Z44. Z33 old is 1 minus Z34. Z34 is 0. 0 into 0. 4, 3 and 3, 4 they are same. Divided by Z44 is 3. So this is going to be 1. That is Z33. Z33 new is same 1. Is it not? Right. Then Z23, only that is left. Z23 and Z32 are anyway same. Z23 new is Z23 old minus Z24 Z43. Okay, Z24 Z43 divided by Z44, which is Z23 old is 0 minus Z24 is minus 1 Z24 and 43 is 0 divided by 3. Anyway, this is 0. Z23 is 0. So this is 0, this is 0. So these are all the new values which we obtained. So what is final Z bus new? Is 3 by 3 only ultimately with 1, 2, 3. So what are those values? Two by 3, 1 by 3, 0, 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 0, 0, 0, 1. That 3, 3 new is 1. Okay. So hope the procedure is clear. We temporarily raised a row and a column, and those row and column are to be detached or eliminated. That is called node elimination technique. That node elimination technique needs to use ZJK new. That means each term of the existing system is to be modified. So finally, when all the elements are modified, this is Z bus new. That means up to this. Then step 5, adding fifth element. What is that? Adding fifth element is between 1 and 3. One is existing, 3 is also existing. So this is case D again. So this is existing up to case step 4. Now this is step 5. What you are adding is this. This is 1 ohm again, between 1 and 3. And both are existing. That's why it is case D. So case D, this is our system now, original system up to that. This is to be modified again. Okay, so temporarily you need to add this is existing, the fourth bus you are adding temporarily, which is between 1 and 3 you are adding, so between these two. So this is 1 minus 3, this minus this, 2 by 3 minus 0, 1 by 3 minus 0, 0 minus 1. So this is 0 minus 1, 1 by 3 minus 0, this is 2 by 3 minus 0. Okay, so which means 2 by 3, 1 by 3 minus 1. 2 by 3, 1 by 3 minus 1. So this is 2 by 3, 1 by 3 minus 1. And what is this one? That is Z44. Okay, so that Z44 is, you are adding between 1 and 3. So ZB plus Z11 plus Z33 minus 2Z13. ZB is 1, Z11 is 2 by 3, Z33 is 1 minus 2 Z13 is 0. So total is 1 plus 2 by 3 plus 1, 2 plus 2 by 3, okay, 8 by 3. So this is 8 by 3. What is next step? So temporarily you raise this, reduce this to 3 by 3, which needs node elimination. That means all these 9 elements, as we did in the last class, they are to be modified. So use that and modify Z11, Z12, Z13, Z21, Z22, Z23, Z31, Z32, Z33. Okay. Use the same formula, so only figures, the numericals are different. So final Z bus, because we are all completed adding all elements. So Z bus final, which is 3 by 3, and that answer I am writing. One by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 4, this is 5 by 8, 5 by 8, 1 by 8. So this is 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 8. Okay. So for the last step, you try to follow the same methodology as we followed and try to ascertain your results. So Z bus finally you should get this. Okay, thank you.